Welcome back, everybody. This is JP Trades. We're going to jump into another update on Bitcoin. This time, an afternoon update. I got wind of my earlier update this morning, having some processing issues and lagging on the video. And we have moved quite a bit since then, so I thought it'd be a great idea to just go ahead and do another update. Now, what can we... Well, first of all, let's go over the... Let's go over this trade that I took this morning from VWAP. Now, this trade here, this was what I was looking at, was this 10-minute order block here. And yes, very small movement, right? What is that? Like 1.8%. If you got in at the order block, took it to the highs, about a 1.8% movement of price. A lot of people think that, hey, you can't really make money off this amount of movement of price, right? A lot of people want to be able to say, oh, I got in way up here and then took it all the way down for a 10% move. That's great. Those can be great trades as well. But what if you could take 3, 4, 5 of these trades a day? And why is this important? Well, these order blocks allow us to give us a refined entry to where we can use a stop loss that is very, very small. So where we can leverage that stop loss and put more on the trade. So when you put 1% on this trade here, you are getting an 8% return. Okay. So theoretically, if you were to put $1,000 risk on this trade, you would have made $8,000. And that took you about 1 hour. So this is why I'm a scalp trader first, day trader second, and rarely a swing trader, because I like to make a lot of money and I like to make it quick. And I use the power of compounding. I believe it was Albert Einstein who coined the phrase, compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. There's great reason for that. Now, after that long, I sure did miss the short from what we had, a 30-minute, 30-minute order block here. And as we're looking at the 30-minute order block, come down to the 3-minute, what do we see? We see a nice Model 2 Wyckoff. And this was an extended model. So this is what I mean by extended. You had the tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, but it came back to grab some more liquidity. And then you extended that Wyckoff model. Right now, that trade, if you would have traded from that order block, it is currently about an 8.32 R trade. However, I would like to see this go down a bit further. All right, let's take that off the screen. One thing I'm looking for now, and that's the question. What now? What are we looking for now? What's the next plans, right? I'm looking at this currently. A potential for a power 3 play here. However, it's actually happening right now. I was going to say I wanted to come back up to sweep liquidity here, hit this order block. And do something like that. I want to see a bigger, wider range put into here. We come back in to this range and then fly up with the distribution portion of this power 3. Something I would also want to look at really quick. Yeah, see, this value area low is right pretty much where we need it to be. So as you're breaking out of this manipulation range here, and again, I would like it to widen a little bit, go a little bit further. Another confirmation for this would be to get acceptance back into the value area low here. So again, reject here, come back down, hit the order block, come back in, gain acceptance right here, back test this value area low, and then have that nice ride up. So that's what I'm looking at if we do decide to bounce in this region. Now let's go to a higher time frame. Let's clean all of this up. I need to take this off there. Go to the monthly. And the reason I'm doing this is because things are getting pretty bearish, and things are coming to a point to where we need to be really, really paying attention to the higher time frames and where the line in the sand is. So this is the monthly time frame. You see our structure is here. Monthly low, monthly high. So this is our monthly low here. Let's go ahead and mark that out. This is going to be a monthly market structure shift if we close below this low. What do I mean by that? We have a big candle that actually closes below the low, not something that looks like this. That is closing above this low. That is a swing failure pattern. That means I would be targeting this high. Let's go to the weekly. Actually, go back to the monthly so I can show you what happens when we break below, or when we have a bearish market structure shift on a monthly time frame. Well, you can look historically what has happened. This was your last market structure shift on the monthly time frame here. This was your last bear market cycle. If anyone remembers this, it was 487 days of really boring trading. Really boring. So again, candle close below this low, bad news. What do I think would happen? I think we would more than likely end up putting a range in here for 6 months to a year. Probably within this range, since we never ever came back to this range to mitigate it. We came close to it, but did not mitigate it. And that is why I am actually favoring an SFP here, close above this, and then make a new all-time high. So we can come back, mitigate this monthly range, but we close above it. That is key. We have to close above this high. If we come below this low, yeah, we do have this range here that we also never came back to mitigate. And we're talking $20,000 to $30,000 Bitcoin. That would be pretty brutal. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Because I'm only guessing that that's going to make trading Bitcoin quite boring. However, we do have other things to trade, so that's okay. Let's go to the weekly now. As you can see, if you follow our structure up, our weekly break was here. And he also broke this one here as well. So we are already bearish on a weekly time frame. We are bearish on every time frame except the monthly time frame. This is why I'm bringing this up now, because this is really important. So with that said, if we do that power of three situation, our trading plan does not work out and we just continue lower, I would honestly want to see this low swept. We do have an order block here. Let's go ahead and turn the order blocks back on. Yeah, you have a clear as day, crystal clear Model 1 Wyckoff distribution. So what is that telling us? We have a high probability revisiting this low here. So that's exactly where I'm expecting to go next. Especially if we break this low. If we trade below this low, this order block right here, I'm not too fond of because I would just want to go ahead and take this low. Wipe out all the traders from these two lows here. And I would just want to see a nice high time frame market structure shift here. Let's turn off the order blocks. There's no need for that right now. So yeah, high time frame talk. Sweep this low. High time frame market structure shift here. Or sweep this low. Mitigate this old demand that we left behind over a year ago. Pretty important. Leaving this behind, we really need to mitigate this demand, in my opinion, if we have any probability of coming up for a new all-time high. Yeah, I think we're going to come down. I think it's time to come down, reach some max pain scenarios, mitigate this area demand range down here. I've been saying that for a long time at this point. Ever since we made this low, I thought to myself, there's no way this is going to be the low because we completely disregarded this demand range. So I think it's time. And at some point, the fun has got to end. So in the case that we do break down below this low with a large candle close, and we do get that kind of big bearish sign, if this confirms on the monthly time frame, look for price to come back somewhere to here and then back down, because then that would be your monthly Wyckoff model looking something like this. So again, market structure is fractal. So could we see that happen in a very similar pattern here? So that's what I'm looking for. Let's do some volume pulls real quick, and I will hop off of here and upload this. Ouch. It's not what I wanted to see. And yeah, you just have a lack of volume right here until you get back to this demand range. And that high volume node is right there. Unfortunately, the point of control is way down here. Ooh. Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't pull up, get back above, let's say $87,000 real quick. It's not looking good. Yeah, this is exactly where I'd want the next major high time frame low to be put in. And this is your golden zone of this range here, perfectly lining up. Again, that gives me hope here that we're just going to slice through this and then close back above, creating an SFP, and then we're going to target this high. So that's where I'm going to leave y'all off today. We will be following this as usual, and I'll update you on the Discord.